Planner friends, it's Nia. Welcome to Life with Nia. Today we are going to be closing out the June 2023 budget. I am going to go over income, expenses, business expenses, cash envelopes, including rolling over any leftover money from our variable sinking funds or variable cash envelopes. We'll do sinking funds, savings, debt, and goals as well. So let's jump right in because there is a bit to unpack. So we will start with income. So for June, June was a really good month, but at the same time, it can look a little misleading. So I had anticipated $13,961, and we ended up with $14,848. Which is $887 more than anticipated. Now, there was money that came in from sinking funds. So I pulled $300 from my birthday sinking fund, $194 from the P.O. Box sinking fund, $1,200 from the tax sinking fund, $670 was given to me from someone else to cover part of the birthday trip. $185 came from my vacation fund, and that went towards the birthday trip. $475 came from my profit fund, and that also went to the vacation trip. And then I am able to usually every year sell back some of my vacation leave to my organization. So I did that, and $2,399 came from that, and in part I used that to purchase a new iPad. So in total, that was $2,300. Actually, it was $3,024. That's just, it's not income. It was from sinking funds and other things that I wouldn't ordinarily have. So that made the month a lot higher than it would normally be. So I also got a $10 payment from Amazon that I'm trying to figure out what happened. Anyways, so that's income. Expenses. Nothing wild here. I'll talk about the venture card when I get to debt, because, this is wrong. Do I have a pencil? We paid more than we had, planned with this. The eraser on here is horrible. The other thing is I had the birthday expenses, so that was $1,625, and then the iPad was $1,362. I also put an additional $350 to my insurance sinking fund. That came from the leaf that I sold back. And then over here on the business side, we had all of our normal business expenses, but we also had $194 to pay our P.O. Box and $1,200 to pay our quarterly taxes. So that is where we ended up for expenses and business expenses. And just to go back to the expenses, the iPad, I think I did say this, but just in case, it was $1,362.99. And so that was not just the iPad, that was accessories as well. So I grabbed an Apple Pencil and a Magic Keyboard Folio, which I absolutely love the setup, but I really haven't played with it too much. Looking forward to doing some digital things with it soon. So for cash envelopes for June, we stuffed $1,081 into our cash envelopes / sinking funds. Some of them are more long-term savings. And we transferred over $175 for car insurance, home insurance, and Shopify. So in total, our cash envelopes received, let's see, 1081 plus 175, 1256. And then another $350 went to car insurance for a total of $1,606 to our cash envelopes. Now, I did have some money left over this month, I believe in the little grocery envelope, although I did not add up my categories. I'm pretty sure I was over in groceries and dining out. I got a little wild this month. Okay, this is the only envelope that I have some money left over. So I am going to put that into one of these envelopes, which we will count at the end of the year, which is what I did last year. I think I ended up rolling over like somewhere around $80 last year, and I put it to my emergency fund. Not sure what I'll put it towards this year or when we get to the end of this year, but it's always fun to see what we have left at the end of the year. So we'll add this into here, and this is my Conversation 100 Envelope Challenge box of goodies, and I don't use the envelopes for the 100 Envelope Challenge because I do my transfer electronically, so I just hold on to those envelopes and use them for the rollover money. Okay, so that is cash envelopes. Let's talk sinking funds. And for sinking funds, we started the month out at $15,588, and I thought it would go down a lot more than it did. We ended with $15,290, so it's only about a $300 difference. And we did pay the quarterly taxes. We had the P.O. box. We had the birthday, self-care. Took out $475 from profit. Birthday, self-care, profit, P.O. box, and taxes, I think, were the primary ones. And then some of them are variable, so we do take money from them every month. For example, PD, like the money comes in, money goes out every month. Bulk shopping is typically money comes in, money goes out every month. So that is where we ended with sinking funds. I have decided with my Roth, I decided that I am going to, and y'all, I'm going to give you the short version of the story. Y'all can tell me if you want to know more about it, and I'd be happy to share. But I decided that I'm going to stop contributing to my Roth through my employer. There's maybe like 15 things that you can choose to invest from, and in my opinion, they all suck. So I have been doing this using money from Etsy and contributing to a Roth that I hold in a brokerage account, and I can choose my investments, which are doing spectacular. I have some volatile things, and I'm okay with that because, you know, long game. But it's so much nicer to be able to choose your investments and not be limited by these, you know, very conservative, in my opinion, investments that I have the option to select with my employer. Now, for the Roth, I was only doing $50 a month, so it wasn't anything amazing anyway. It usually takes them 2 months. I get paid monthly, so it usually takes them 2 months to stop it. So it hasn't stopped yet. And I'm going to try to, I'm not going to max out because I think I still need to kind of figure out like where I am adjusted gross income, but I think that I'm at a point where I have to, on their sliding scale, not contribute the max, for lack of a better term. So in any case, I'm a long way from that. It's July, and this is something that I just decided that I want to do. So I've contributed, I think, about $700 for this year, and it's I think I had about close to the same for last year. It may have been like 500 or so that I put into this separate brokerage account. And like I said, I'm just in a few ETFs and index funds, and I have a few stocks as well, but it's just doing really well. And I know the market can swing wildly. I worked for a brokerage, had a brokerage license, worked for several companies doing stock options. I'm very, very, very well versed in the market. So I'm by no means naive in thinking, oh, it's up, like it's always going to be up. I know that that's not the case. And like I said, I'm in some kind of volatile things. So they can definitely swing wildly. But the little dinky things that they have, choices for my job, they weren't swinging wildly. They were just going down constantly for the last 15 years. So done with that, at least for that portion. I did increase my 457 contributions, which are before tax, because I'm trying to sort of offset some of the taxes for myself. So this is not financial advice. I'm not a tax advisor. I'm just letting y'all know what I'm doing. And like I said, if you want to know more, I can break it down into further detail. I'm happy to share that info. So that is where we're at for sinking funds. For savings, we saved a total of $819.24 through our weekly savings challenge, where we do various savings challenges, including the 52-week and Saveopoly and self-care. And I usually choose like a Budget Mom or a different savings challenge, along with $5 bills and the 100 envelope savings challenge. So $432 went to the 100 envelope, and $29.24 went to the 0 out savings challenge. Those both go to my emergency fund. $84 for Saveopoly, $145 for the Budget Mom Savings Challenge, $114 for the 52-week savings challenge. All of that went to my home fund. I saved $10 for Christmas, which is not included over here in the weekly. And I had $15 and $5 bills, which goes to my vacation fund. So that was a total of $829.24. So we had our $819. It's $829 because I have that $10 for Christmas. And then I received $34.37 from Ally for interest. And that $34.37 I added to my emergency fund. So that was a total of $853.61 that we saved in June. Not too shabby. All right, let's talk about debt. So I did a thing, and I had done a thing already where I took the Ashley and Discover, and I transferred them over to Capital One Venture Card because 0% interest and on balance transfer. And so that is saving me about $100 in interest a month. I this month transferred over $5,000 from Navy Federal. It ended up being $5,150 because of the transfer fee. And I sort of set up a little goal for myself as far as I have 15 months of 0% interest. So I think we're down to 14 at this point. So like I have the minimum that I would want to do, which was $566, which would be the 14 months. I was aiming for 9 months, which is $881. And this is my little cheat sheet here. This was before with just the Discover and the Ashley. So this is new with all of those. So 881 was what I was aiming for, which is 9 months. So I did hit that this month. I've got a little tracker here. So I paid $880. I actually paid $890. And so we're down to $7,150. We were at $7,930. And that is when I transferred over the Navy Federal, that was $150 a month. So I'm basically saving $250 a month in interest. by doing this balance transfer. And I just feel like I can sort of make headway now with the extra money that I'm putting towards the debt, because I'm not getting hit with, like, I put all this extra and then I get hit with the interest charges, almost the same amount as the extra that I put towards it. Now, I don't know if we're going to be able to do $880 every month, but I'm going to try, because I want to get it paid off quickly. And also, I'm just trying to get ahead of things before, like, these student loan payments start up again as well. So that's where we're at on the venture card. We're at $71.50. Everything else is just sort of like, we're just doing kind of the minimums. I do still have $1,678 on Navy Federal. I don't know, I may transfer that over as well. At the end of the day, I have to go back and double check, but I want to say Navy Federal is a higher interest rate than Capital One after the 0% ends. But I don't know. I'm going to try and see if I can just sort of knock this out simultaneously as well. We'll see. The interest was 103 that just posted, but does take, like, it takes into consideration the 5150 that I transferred over, or the 5,000 that I transferred over, because it was in the middle of the billing period, if that makes sense. So I expect the amount to go down, but we're definitely seeing some savings there. So that's what that is. Afterpay, we're down to $70. Now listen, Cloth and Paper coming out with a whole bunch of stuff, so I'm gonna buy some stuff next week on Afterpay. But for right now, we're at $70. And our car is down to $76.75, so that's really good. In any case, for debt, we started the month at $26,473.15. I wanted to be under $25,000. That was the goal. We ended at $24,524. So, woohoo, we hit the goal. And we paid off $1,948.25 in debt this month. And year to date, we have paid off $8,082. So pretty excited about that. We are making some progress. Let's take a look at our goals for this month and see where we ended up on these goals. So for savings, our savings goal was $750. We saved $819.24, and then if you add the Christmas and interest, $853. So we hit that goal. I wanted to pay off at least $1,500 of debt and be under $25,000. We paid off, what did I just say, $1,800 and $1,948, and we are at $24,524. So we hit that goal. We did our quarterly taxes and they're paid. We tracked expenses. Now, I did not hit this 10K revenue. I'm gonna keep going for it though. I don't think I've never hit 10K revenue, but there's always a first time, right? So for the month of June, let's see what our revenue was. So revenue does not take into account fees. Y'all know Etsy fees us to death. Does not take into account shipping costs, or what is paid for taxes. So we had $46.37 for revenue, and after Etsy feed me to death, that was just a little over $3,000, and that included shipping. And then I probably took another $1,000 of that and put it towards taxes. So really what I saw was close to 2,000. But in any case, we didn't hit our 10K revenue, and we did not work on Shopify. We did, so I had 865 down here. We did hit this because we did about 890. That went to the venture card. And then I didn't talk about this in debt, but I wanted to pay off. So I had purchased the printer and paid it off, but then I purchased an obscene amount of ink. I think I spent about $300 or $400 on ink. I'm not sure if I shared in detail what the costs were, but it's expensive, the ink on the new printer. And then I spent $500 on sticker paper. So that is now all paid off. And I'll just go back to that was on this Chase card. So that is down to 0. Now that is paid off. So that is June. That is June. So we're going to get some new goals and things set up for July. We're going to look at a new debt goal, but take into consideration that we also want to set aside like $300 as we ramp up towards these student loan payments, and see what other goals we have for the month of July. So let me know how your June budget went. Any wins, successes that you had, any setbacks that you had, feel free to share them down in the comments. I'm really feeling like the debt picture this month was a success. And while I don't think that it was 100% attributed to the zero interest card, that has definitely been helpful in moving the needle in the right direction for me. So hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you got some ideas. If you want to know more about what I'm doing with my Roth, let me know, or retirement investing in general, let me know. Be happy to share that in another video. And I will be doing a sinking funds update soon, sort of like I may do a sinking funds update and also like a mid-month budget update to see, like, are we on track for where we thought we would be at the beginning of the year with expenses and income and all the things. So I hope you are having a great day, and I hope your budget is being good to you and you're being good to it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.